name's Peter Allen Stuckey.
My name's Karen Stuckey. We're both semi-retired, but we do have a business here. We have 2 residential tenants here, families. One has been with us for almost 20 years. What used to be the farm buildings is now commercial units and storage. So we have people working over there. We still have some land, and the land that we do have is still farmed. Well, the first thing was when we got this tree through the letterbox.
After that, we decided that we should get the landowners together, and we called a meeting, which we held within a week actually.
Our first meeting was pretty well 100% attended.
Within a couple of days of that, I don't know if the EDF have heard of it, that they knocked on the door. Mainly I talked to them to see if I could get any information from what they were doing, and they weren't letting on anything at all. I said we had our own meeting, and we voted that we weren't going to let you on any of our lands. And the guy said, well, can you give us a list of the questions to prepare for the meeting up here? And I said, no. Can we enter your land to do a survey? And I said, no.
And yet they still continue to come out and take pictures, take videos.
I'm Tony Kinney. I moved here in July, and then this whole saltmarsh stuff kicked off, which was a bit of a shock because obviously in 2011, 2012 we kind of saw off the previous attempt to create a saltmarsh here. This is the map. This is the 3rd map that we've seen, and as you can see, it's a huge area here, and all along here, you know, it's a huge amount of land that is currently being farmed and lived on and has loads of businesses and homes on it. So yeah, it's a real concern for us. We're the people that live along the seawall, and we know the risks. People who've lived here for years, they know exactly, you know, when it's high tide, you know, there is a concern. So it's a huge thing to try and talk about bringing the sea closer, or, you know, taking down the sea wall when, you know, you can't do that in this area as a reality. We've got, you know, very rare wildlife such as lapwings and voles and great crested newts. We've got lots of animals who are protected. So to destroy that, to create a salt marsh, you know, I'm sure Natural England would not support that. The other thing is that, you know, farm security, you know, food security. We've currently got very productive dairy farms, cattle farms. The North Somerset levels are older than the Somerset levels. So everyone talks about the Somerset levels and how old they are, but this is actually more ancient and more unspoiled. It's actually a really valuable area, and to think that you'd turn that into a salt marsh, or that you'd ruin it in that way, is it's kind of almost yeah, it's almost shocking, really.
This is our home.
And our business.
It was a family farm originally, and we're losing piece by piece. It isn't the money that will get me out of here, but if they start building a sea defence around me, I think
I don't see how we could stay.
Then we would have to go.
We're now 71 and 68. I've had a diagnosis of early Alzheimer's, so my thought processes don't work quite as well as they did, and I have trouble remembering things. So I don't deal with stress well.
You know, there's 2 sorts of people in life: people who kind of sit there and complain, and then there's people who do something about it. You're fighting for everyone in the village. There is a great community here, and you're also fighting for people who are just very, very directly impacted by this, and it's devastating because it's really taken away their future. You know, it's a difficult fight because it's, in a sense, it's David and Goliath, isn't it? You know, you're fighting a sort of corporation, and you're fighting a situation that's really unfair, but you have to do what you can do and fight as hard as you can.